Get
northbound
after
5.
U-turn.
Just south of the city.
Just go.
Alright, we're getting right up. It's coming up this hill right where we're at, hon.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's in this road up here. Holy shit, hon.
Okay.
Where's the fucking fire trucks? Keep going?
Yeah.
On 31 Lincoln.
Good.
It's fire request.
Just turn into the neighborhood right up here.
To the right, we'll get stuck.
Go around this idiot.
I felt that heat. Oh my god, hon.
Okay, turn right here. And then park. Keep going. Go down a little bit more and turn right around this corner.
Copy permission 30117.
Right here is good.
I'm just winding it. Because don't lock it.
I'm locking it.
Don't.
Yeah, lock it. Turn it off. If anyone don't know yet, this is Quartz Hill Road at River Ridge.
You guys watching and recording this? Put the helper out.
They're busy
What?
with mother fires, sweetie.
There's fires all over the place right now. They got one in Keswick. They got one at the campground, Oak Bottom. Honestly, I have a feeling it might be. Okay, if you're just joining, this is Quartz Hill Road at River Ridge. Right now it's on the south side of the road and it is breezy out here. And if you're just joining, this is Quartz Hill Road at River Ridge in Reading. If you haven't yet, please share. One of the main groups I'm concerned about sharing into is the Shasta County fire groups. So I'd very much appreciate it. And I wouldn't doubt that Quartz Hill Road is probably shut down at the moment. Honestly, I don't really know how big this one is at the moment, but I'm going to safely assume probably close to 10 acres, because it goes down the hill quite a bit and over onto the other side of the gully. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like it's going to be threatening the houses on the north side of Quartz Hill because the wind's blowing a little bit more to the southeast. More units showing up on the scene. This spot, pretty much right here in front of me, was on fire, but it just went out all on its own. But again, this thing is burning towards the southeast. I wasn't at the Keswick. That was Ernie Fuller, which was out at the Keswick area by the shooting range. We're actually live from our page here on Shasta Public Safety News. I'm a little bit closer to cell towers here, so I'd hopefully have better service. Burning downhill towards the valley area of River Ridge. No worries. Yeah, we got RPD out here. Most likely cutting off access to Quartz Hill. We're going to walk a little bit to the east here and see if we can get any more. Kind of hard to see through the smoke, but it is spreading pretty good. I'm going to say it's probably a little over 10 acres at this point. Sorry if I'm missing any of your questions. Yeah, they'll definitely get this out. Just hopefully the wind kind of slows down a little bit. Again, if you're joining, this is Quartz Hill Road at River Ridge. We got a pretty good flaming, whatever you want to call it, right down there. It's already pretty much burned up here where I'm standing. So it's still progressing southeast towards Lake Redding. I was just over there, right where that big flame is. Looks like there's an engine, maybe a couple other vehicles down there at the dead end. Not sure what street that is, but that's pretty much the end of the housing tract over there. That's correct. This is Quartz Hill Road at River Ridge. Back away a little bit. I see fire hose getting laid. Again, this is Quartz Hill Road at River Ridge. Quartz Hill Road is shut down, both directions. I don't know if you can see them, but I can see firefighters down there with their headlight helmets down at the fire line. Again, if you haven't, and if you don't mind, please share, especially into the fire groups. There might be somebody up here that might not be aware that this is going on. If they happen to catch it on Facebook, it could determine a lot. Looks like the fire to the west side is kind of dying out, but it is still moving to the southeast along Quartz Hill Road. And it is smoky up here. A little breezy, but still smoky. And thank you for sharing. This is more closer to Lake Redding. What is this? There's a housing tract right across Quartz Hill Road called the Vistas. And this is in the River Ridge area over here where we're looking. And go down about maybe a mile down Quartz Hill to the east, you'll be kind of where Benton Drive and North Court Street intersect at the stoplight by the golf course. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of fire activity this way, although there's spots. It does not appear to be spreading in that direction. It also kind of looks like the growth is kind of slowed over here in this direction. Trying to read comments, but they're going so fast that I can't catch them. Sorry about that. If you are familiar with where Benton Drive, North Court Street, Quartz Hill Road intersect by the Lake Redding Golf Course, we're about a mile to the west of that, just up the hill on Quartz Hill Road.
That's right.
How's it going? Yeah, I think I remember back if I heard like a few years ago called Lookout on Quartz Hill, which was once called. I appreciate everyone. Thank you for sharing. Not to take you away from the fire, but I just want to show you the response out here. Looks pretty dark down there by the dead end where the engine is. They were down there. I don't know if you can see the little flickering headlamp from the helmet of the firefighter down there, but they did have a hose down there. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job nailing this until you look over here and it's like these guys bust their butts. As you can see, they got a hose to the fire hydrant flowing over this way. As far as I could tell, this is about where the end of it is. This is where they got the hose going down. We first showed up here, this was just fully engulfed. Yes, once again, if you are just joining us, this is Quartz Hill Road at River Ridge, right by the vistas. About I don't even know if it's a mile from Benton Drive. Again, when we first showed up, this area over here was fully engulfed. It was all the way up to the road. And it's just little spots here and there. All the way over there to where you see the engine at the dead end. This is the brunt of it right here now. And we do have, I don't know if you can see him or not, but there is a firefighter over there with a hose just spraying everything down. And I don't think it's progressed any further than that point right there. Yeah, this is a totally separate one from the Keswick shooting range fire. Totally separate from the Oak Bottom fire. Ernie Fuller was at the fire at the shooting range off of Iron Mountain Road and Rock Creek Road. He was trying to live stream as good as he could, but the signal just wasn't all that great out there. He's pretty on top of fires and stuff out in this area, but he just happened to be out there, and we were probably about 1.5 miles away from this one when this was when they came over Reading Fire Department on the scanner. Still getting some trees and stuff. You see there's some flame back there sprouting up. But I don't see it going any further to the east. The only thing that we gotta watch is because it's a little breezy out here, these embers are floating in the air. This is Quartz Hill. This is Quartz Hill at River Ridge, directly across the street from the Vistas. We're about, I don't even know if it's quite a mile, but roughly a mile just to the west of Benton Drive and North Court Street. And I do not know the roundabout amount of acres this is. When we first got here, it looked probably like it was 5, quickly growing to 10. And it looks like it's kind of slowed right at that point right there. So I might say close 15, maybe 20. Fortunately, I don't know of any homes down in here in this area. I do know there's probably some isolated homes down around, I don't know if you can see my finger, but down around the bend over there. Not a problem. I believe their name's Carol. My screen's so small on this thing, it's kind of hard to see names, but not a problem. We were kind of close to the area. I wasn't actually supposed to be doing this today, but you know what happens. Still getting a lot of smoke from that area over there. And it's still a little breezy. But again, I don't see this actually progressing around the bend over there because they are down there with the fire hose. Again, when we first showed up, this whole area over here was just fully engulfed. And it burned this direction. Now they just got that. And I see the fire truck over there at the dead end has left the area. And I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I can hear people yelling. It's kind of hard to tell where from in this canyon. And I do hear two-way radios. Kind of see the light down there. It's a firefighter with a headlight on his helmet. A couple of them. Compared to what it looked like about 5 minutes ago, this thing's getting knocked out pretty quick. Been one hell of a night, fire after fire. Probably missed a couple calls since this one, but we're staying here until we know that this is, for the most part, under control. It's getting knocked down pretty quick. Kind of hard to see, but you can see some headlights on the firefighters' helmets through the trees, coming up the back side of it, fighting it from the other side. You see one looking down the hill over here. Got at least a couple hoses right in the general area where my camera's pointing, dousing it. This is at directly across the street from the Vistas, Quartz Hill Road and River Ridge. Nearest cross street would be Benton Drive, North Court Street, North Market Street. And then if we look over, if my gimbal will go that way, and if we look in this direction would be Keswick Dam Road, the next street up, major cross street.
Found these little bit on Facebook and shared to my personal page. I can't believe I grabbed it on the phone.
Looks like I see a couple little spots flaring back up over there. They were pretty light, but there's a couple little spots slightly flaring up.
That one looks like it's coming out of the ground like a hole. That's crazy. That's why I was checking that one out. Might be the source too, if you anything.
Still hitting it with the hose. It's kind of hard to see them, but they're still hitting it. Looks like there's actually 3 down there now. There's one just kind of to the left, about right in this spot right here, hitting some of the hillside, and then there's one over here hitting this way, and then there's one over here hitting this way.
Can't get pictures.
And about right there you can see other firefighters hitting it from that side. Got a couple down here checking spots. They got enough artillery out here. I don't see any more rate of spread. So I'm going to safely assume that this thing is pretty much contained. Sorry, I'm trying to hear what the radio's saying, but it's kind of far away. I can't really hear it that well. Normally, the way I would see that this thing is being fought, I would probably call this live stream an end because they got this thing pretty much beat down, but we can't even get out of here right now.
I asked if there was an exit in case something a bit kind of went
I would
on.
imagine that way.
That road we was on, we parked on, he said go straight down that way.
Yeah, okay.
I asked,
Shows what I know.
I don't know, because is there an exit from down that way? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it
Okay.
goes down that
That's
way
the first thing I asked somebody that lived around here.
to the east, and then it comes out on Benton Drive.
Yeah, because these flames were coming up this way, so just in case we got trapped, I want to know where the hell to get out.
Water tender.
Because I'm not trying to look like a marshmallow.
These guys are on it. Believe me, they are all over the place right now between the Iron Mountain fire, the
They're doing deep mop right now.
Oak Bottom fire, and then this one. And I don't know if there's any others going on right now that I didn't hear because I am not by a scanner at the moment. I appreciate everyone that shared this feed. Much love to you. Happy 4th of July, even though that was yesterday now.
One thing what they're doing too, you see how they're looking down in pools where the smoke's coming out? They're just making sure to see if the roots are not on fire.
Yeah.
If the roots are, because that could flare back up, is what that means.
You can try to go to sleep, Allie, but I can't guarantee you a full night's sleep.
City already.
At least not right at this moment. We still got some flames down there, but we got firefighters coming up from the back side of those. We got firefighters, you can see, approaching those ones. And then they're also checking the soil, making sure that there's nothing burning under it that can later catch or throw embers. And even though it was spreading southwest, we still have some flames over in that area. But they're not really a threat because it's pretty much burned all the way around them, so they're not going to progress anywhere. I appreciate it, Crystal, and God bless you too. God bless these firefighters. Real quick, you know how many acres by chance?
I don't know. It looks like about 3 or 4 probably.
3 or 4?
I'm not 100% sure. So
Yeah, that's what I was
Gotcha.
thinking, too.
Ooh, I just seen flames pop from that tree right there.
It's inside the tree. That's why.
One of the personnel here is saying about 3 to 4 acres. It's kind of hard to judge because I don't know how far down in there it's gone. I can only judge by what I see.
Yeah, 'cause it went down there. Well, that's why I'm just like,
But I think it's probably a little more than 3 to 4 acres.
yeah. Well, he just got here, so he's
Yeah.
Well, from what I tell them, like the flames were coming up, they were down in there. It's like goes down like in like it's like a little valley going down in there.
Mhm.
So that kind of brought them. They're down in there deep. So I figured they were over there too at one point.
In case you can't really see the aspect of this, you're looking downhill right now. And that's quite a drop down there.
And if I'm
I would
changed,
say-
I could walk down that way. I can go down there where it's more clear.
Well, at least 75 foot down where you see the one bright light flashlight in that firefighter's hand. It's probably about 75 feet down there.
Then it flats out and it goes down.
Yeah, and that's where he's at. And then it goes down even more. So it's kind of hard to judge how far down it is, but I do know over there, let's see, where's my finger? There it goes, right there. That's the dead end to the River Ridge subdivision over there. And they were coming down from there with personnel from a fire engine, but they had recently left. What is that? Phone's not seeing it, but I don't know if that's just reflection or not. Looks like it's just reflection, like it's a, yeah, it's coming from over there.
Yeah, because the light's off that.
Yeah. They've pretty much got this tackled.
Yeah, they're doing deep mop.
Still got some spots around, but these guys are fantastic. They came out here and they totally destroyed this fire.
Yeah, once they got here, they were on it fast. Did a great job like they always do.
Yep. All right, everybody. We thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. Have a great morning.